Welcome back, and today we're gonna do an oil change. But first we want to start the engine up, warm the bike up. You know, it's very important to change the oil of your motorcycles often. We want that engine warmed up a few minutes so that it'll be prepared for the oil change, the oil circulating through the engine. It's very important. And then it's warm. It's 8,000 kilometers. I mean, I never heard of that. Now, when you have like a racing motorcycle, you have to change the oil almost every race. I had to change my oil every race when I was racing. But these Hondas, they make them really great for the street, and you can change them every 8,000. However, the first oil change has to be at 1,000. To change the oil, we got to start off with this 12mm socket. And we happen to be at 1,000 right now. We're going to go ahead and change the oil. And we're going to let it drain. There goes the oil. This is my first oil change, so we're experiencing that together. So we're gonna need these tools here. We're going to need a bucket. We're gonna need 2 quarts of 4-stroke oil, a rag, 1/4 ratchet. We need a number 12mm and number 8mm, and we're gonna need the oil filter, approved by Honda. And that's all you need. We're gonna go ahead and change the oil. There's one. They say it's 5 pounds of pressure, but it sure feels like a lot. Okay. So we're taking it off right now. Let that oil come out. The oil is dripping out of here, so just let that come out. So we're gonna take all these 4 bolts off. Let's see if we can take these off by hand. Now when we put them on, we want to cross thread them. Old oil filter out, and then we're gonna throw it away. We're gonna open this new one up and we're gonna put it in. See, the gasket is on the inside. So when you put the filter back, you wanna put the filter back with this gasket. You want that gasket on this side. The other side has no gasket. It's just a metal piece. And then they have this gasket. You just want to leave that. You don't want to change that. Maybe you can change that after a few oil changes. Also, the case here, we want to clean that case. There's an old oil in there. We want to clean the oil out, make it nice and clean. That's why you need the rag, right? And then in the middle is where that spring goes in when you put the oil filter in. And it's ready to change the oil. So let's go ahead and change the oil. It's going to be about 1.5 to 1.6 quarts of oil. And it's important, you know, the oil is the life of the motorcycle. You want to change that oil often and keep that engine clean. So we're going to open up the new filter here. And here's the gasket here. We want that goes on the inside, remember? So we're going to stick that on the inside. There it is, the gasket. This is spring. We're going to go ahead and put that inside this cup. The case. It has to be in the middle, right like that. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to fit this thing on here. Then we're going to put this case on. But you can change the oil more regular than what's recommended. We have everything drained and put back together. We're going to put this plug, the bolt back. We're going to put the bolt back with a washer. Make sure it's clean. We're going to use this 12mm ratchet, the 1/4 inch. We're just going to go ahead and put that in the 1/4 inch right now. And we're going to stick it in here where the drain hole is. And we're going to go ahead and close that up. For this plug, they say use about 14 or 15 torque pounds. So we have it snug now, and we're going to go ahead and just tighten it up, snug it, and then it's not going to come off. You want to wipe all the excess grease underneath the engine while you're underneath here. Just clean it all off with this rag. That's it. As far as the oil change, there's a little box area there with the oil. It's clear, it's full. So you know that it's full. This is Bebop. Say hi. Bebop's visiting with us. She's our family pet. She wanted to hang out and finish this vlog. But it's easy to change the oil. You can do it yourself. She can dance for you. It's really nice, and it's just an easy thing to do. Just you need that 12mm socket, the 8mm socket, the ratchet, and just go ahead and get that filter from Honda. I buy a few of them. I buy a few of them, and that way we have backup. So it's good to always have more filters, because the 300L, you'll want to use that original factory Honda filter. It's very important. But thank you so much for hanging out with us today in the oil change. We oil change this beast, and we're done. And that's the 1,000-mile review for the oil change. And now we're going to go riding. So thanks so much for hanging out with us today. And let's go riding. We changed out oil. It's very important. And they say, like I mentioned, 8,000 to change the next oil. But let's go ahead and change that maybe every couple thousand. And then that way we'll have fresh oil running through that engine. And guess what? The engine will last a lot longer. That's the way it works. And change that oil filter every time you change that oil also. Thanks so much. And we're going to see you next time.